Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn, and I would like to thank you for going on this journey with me as a visual progression of just my story and how I'm developing over time. So I would first like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and to leave a positive word inside the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, and let's continue this video. So I basically created this channel starting off as kind of like commentary, but then I was like, you know what, Dawn, you're going on this journey in regards to the bypass, and I wanted to be able to share with people with being authentic and not feeling like, okay, people may judge me a little bit because I do have another channel. I decided back in, like, officially, I would say it would have been, I'm trying to think, this is what I'm thinking back in July, that's when I'm gonna get the gastric surgery, which is a weight loss surgery. And I decided that with the doctor, the surgeon, that the surgery that was best for me was the VSG, which is the vertical sleeve. And that's what I'm getting most likely in November. Right now it's October, and I'm getting it in November. I am considered a self-paid patient, so meaning I'll be paying for the surgery 100% me, and it will not be covered by my insurance. With that being said, it's a lot of things that I see that is different from other individuals that may have had the surgery and were going through the insurance portion. So I don't really have no perspective on that part. I can tell you from my experience, if y'all want to know, like, what was the process of me having to pay for it, how much did it cost, which we kind of like still going through that. So I don't even know if like that's gonna really be a thing I could do right now, like the nitty gritty of it. But I do know that I have been paying for all of the appointments myself thus far, and the process has been quicker than the normal insured patient. With that being said, it was a very emotional progress. I don't know if that's like the word. It was very emotional, like having to tell my family initially that this was something I was thinking about getting. I called them all up on the FaceTime Messenger app. We had a conversation. I teared up a little bit. They gave me their support for the most part. If they did have anything that was like nay. Afterwards, my brother did reach out to me and wanted to see if he can assist in trying to work on, you know, possibly doing other things right before I decided to have the surgery. I think in their eyes, they didn't know it was going to be so quick. Like, my sister had the surgery prior to myself and my other brother, her husband. And that process was a little bit longer than mine. So I'm telling you now, this in October, I made it official in August. So August, September, October, that's 3 months. And I told them like a little bit, I would say like July, at the end of July. I knew for a fact in July that I wanted to get surgery. I let them know because I feel like, if anything, I wanted to see who was going to be a part of the support system. Automatically, I knew it was going to be my sister and my brother because they had the surgery before. My mom, for the most part, I really haven't talked to my dad, but I mean, talked to him in the group, but I haven't talked to him one-on-one about the surgery. But for the most part, people seem like they would be supportive. I told my best friends, both of them were supportive. So like, shout out to you, Lizzie and Ebony. And I think that's pretty much who I've told. I haven't really told a lot of people other than like my job and like a coworker. So I did want people to know, but only for like, I want you to know if things are changing or if like it was like a need to know type of basis type situation. I knew that I didn't want to put it on Facebook at this time because you never know what people are going to say. And I don't really want to get discouraged from other people's views or opinions in regards to my decision on deciding this would be the route I was taking in order to be able to get assistance in living a more, you know, healthy lifestyle. Because that's all it's going to be, just an assistant to all of those things. So of course habits have to change, my mindset have to change, and that's why during this process that I had to get a lot of consultation. I had to get observed by different physicians or I guess, specialists in their field. And so starting off initially, like I said, I met with the surgeon. The surgeon, they're going to ask you why you want to get the surgery. They go over your BMI. They go over the expectation of the surgery. They go over visuals on how your stomach will look afterwards. They go over, like, basically this is a mental thing, because at this point it's going to be an aid in helping you, you know, losing the weight and gaining a more healthy lifestyle. So after that, I had to meet with, well, they give you a list. You have to meet with a nutritionist. You have to meet with a psychologist, and you have to take a class about nutrition and how your life is going to be different after the surgery. So far, I've met with the psychologist twice. I've met with my surgeon twice, and I will have a meeting with the nutritionist at the beginning of the next week, because I had some issues getting an appointment. So that was kind of difficult getting an appointment. I really know how that process worked for the nutritionist, because normally nutritionists, they will be linked with a psychologist, because they host, it's like a class that's hosted by the psychologist and a nutritionist for patients. And so the class that I went to, it wasn't the nutritionist that I was referred to initially. So I didn't actually meet with a nutritionist as of yet, but that will come. I feel like for the most part, I went over the nutrition with the psychologist, and they gave me a book. I don't want to show you the book, but they gave me a book. It's not like super, super duper thick, but it was a book. It talks about the different stages, your vitamins, what post-surgery looks like, what pre-surgery look like, the definitions, why they want you to go to a psychologist, why they want you to go to a nutritionist, what are the complications, what are the risks. They give you recipes, they give you expectations on, like, basically what life will look like after the surgery has been completed. And honestly, I would say initially when the situation happened, I don't know how long people gonna watch this video, but if you do get to this part, like, there was a situation that happened that made me decide that, like, this is not like the plan for Dawn. Like, don't get me wrong, I am so much confidence in being a plus size woman, but it get to a point where I was having complications physically, which had me reach out to my primary doctor, which had me reach out to a surgeon, because it was just so many things, like having trouble with sleeping, people have told me that I may I stop breathing in my sleep. I don't know. I haven't had, like, I was supposed to have a sleep apnea test, but I never had it done, because I was like, that's weird and scary. But now, as I get older, I'm 29 years old, it's like, this should have been the things I should have been looking out for earlier, instead of waiting, all these years to kind of figure it out. Because for basically my whole adult life, I have been overweight or obese. With that being said, I don't really know what else I can really say now. This is more like an introduction of, I feel like it went somewhere else in the midst of it. But yeah, so if there's any questions that you have for me in regards to my process with it, I'm going to try to record everything as I can as time progresses. But I do appreciate you for clicking on this video. I do appreciate all any of the love and support that can be, granted, because I'm really, really nervous. Like, I don't know. I haven't told nobody I was really, really nervous. My mom keeps asking, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, I've had surgeries before, but I know this is a surgery that is like no other, because there is literally cutting out a part of an organ that is in your body. The mind frame of how I eat would have to be different. Like, things is going to change. And so I'm excited, but I'm nervous. So I'm happy for anyone that want to go on the journey with me. And y'all continue to have a blessed day, and I will see y'all in our next video. Bye.